Good morning, everyone. Let's have a look at our house plans. This is the front, also known as the ocean side. Most people think the road is the front, but in this case, I'm not doing that. The garage faces east, and we're going to be able to fit a small size, maybe 14'6" car in there, and I'll have room for a shop if I pull the car out. The back deck is north and east facing, so a good place to have breakfast in the morning with a little bit of sun, or just keep out of the sun. Okay, so these plans you're about to see are the ones we've submitted to the architect, and he's going to dial them in for permitting level. And so to note here though that our goal is to try not to use concrete hollow block. The hollow block retains a lot of heat, especially on that south wall, and so we are going to use a product called AAC. It's an aerated aggregate concrete, and we have felt the walls on this, the difference between a hollow block and an AAC block. So let's get into it. Okay, so the exterior walls are going to be 6-inch AAC blocks, and the interior is going to be 4-inch AAC blocks. That'll give us a little bit extra cooling in that house. So let's look at the bathroom and the TV room. First thing I'm going to note here is, you're going to see it in a moment here, the quality of the furniture inside and the fixtures. And you can see here that the toilet is pretty crude looking, so is the sink and so is the shower, but it gives you a representation of what to expect as far as your distancing and such goes. So as I show you some of these pictures, you're going to notice, like for this TV room, that I'm using end tables because they don't have ottomans in the picture. But the TV room is going to be 8x10, 6 I believe it was, and which will be a comfortable space to put in a 40, 50, 60-inch TV set, whatever turns our crank there. And looking from the TV room back to the living room, I like sight lines. We're not going to have a door on this room, but it could be a second bedroom for somebody in the future. So let's note that the main entry is coming off of the dirty kitchen northeast deck with a window so that Lynn can see who's at the door. The kitchen, galley style, and with that galley style we're going to have a sit-up bar. And note that that wall is a south wall. So that south wall we will have 0 windows because all you're going to do is bring in all that heat. So as we go through the design here, the pictures looking back from the kitchen towards the living room, and again notice those coffee tables were actually ottomans, 12-foot window, and from that window the center will slide. Again, similar to the TV room, the sight lines are looking back just enough to be able to carry on conversation with somebody in the TV room. And so let's now dive into the living room. It's not a large living room, but the main thrust behind the living room is the deck is an extension to the living room. Okay, we have a really small house here, 600 square feet, roughly 60 square meters. And the kicker for me was the big windows to see that view, and on ugly days we can retreat indoors. Other than that, the center section or cascading door will open. Here you can see the living room from the kitchen, and then from the main entry back towards the living room again. Note those end tables are representing ottomans. Okay, let's jump into that ensuite. This ensuite is bigger. We want 2 bathrooms. We're only 2 people, but Lynn has a bathroom and I have a bathroom. It just makes life simpler, and so we found that handy when we were in our other tiny home. So let's look at the master bedroom here. The master bedroom is also going to double as an office, But again, you notice the sight line off of that door. It will, you know, bump into another set of cabinets, but extra storage. Here you can look back, you see where that storage is, the office, and the wardrobe, if you want to call it, for the clothes. Again, these are just symbols, not to be actuals. Okay, and looking back towards the main entry or main door coming in, and that long-term storage area there. So the deck is an extension of the living room, and that's been the main goal here. Have just as much outside living space as inside living space. The deck is only 2 meters deep, but it has that seating area with a south blocking wall to keep the heat off, and a fan over top of that area. The stairs, unfortunately, are poorly represented in this program, but it gives you an idea where we would like them around either side of that post. And then the northeast deck, that will be the cooler side on those extreme days, great day for breakfast, etc. And give you a little bit of an idea there. You note the dirty kitchen will be there. We might actually swing that around to that other wall that looks white there. So I hope you enjoyed this walk through our place. Enjoy, guys.